Howdy everybody, welcome to the Sportsnet YouTube channel. Do we do that for YouTube channels? Well, I'm doing it now. My name is Steve Dangle, that's Justin Bourne, and we're doing things differently. We are picking the all-decade teams, because I don't know if you know this, we're going into another decade, unless you're a nerd and you want to argue about it. We're doing the all-decade teams, and we're going to start with the Montreal Canadiens. Let's start on the wings. Who do you got on left wing?
Yeah, the fairly easy pick here is Max Pacioretty. The Canadiens actually in general are pretty, we're not going to get as much pushback here in the Montreal Canadiens. So Max Pacioretty on the left side, and then a guy who's been a part of one of the better first lines in hockey that is underrated, Brendan Gallagher on the right side, seems like a good fit. Does part of the pick have to do with their cap hit? Because both those guys had magnificent cap hits with the Montreal Canadiens. Brendan Gallagher still does, and he's just everything you want in a hockey player, really. But that's the best part of this, is that the parameters for what we're doing here are whatever we want them to be.
Literally whatever.
This is like if you're a fan and you look at the Montreal Canadiens and say, we're the best 10 players or 5 players at these positions plus goalie. Pacioretty and Gallagher are in that mix on the wings. And then at center?
I can't even remember who I had at center. Who did we have?
He has a turtleneck. And played for the former Toronto
Maple Leafs legend, Thomas Plekanec. I think he played the most games at center, or at very least put up the most points. I don't know for how much of the past decade he was actually the #1 center in Montreal. I don't think it was actually a very long time.
Not the longest. But I can tell you, you're right about he played the most games of any Canadian that decade.
Yeah, longevity, man. And it has to do with it, and if that makes you mad, wait till you see my Leaf team.
He played 591 games, had almost 350 points, played a lot. He's a good fit there for center. So a decent line. You know that? Pacioretty, Plekanec, Gallagher,
I'd take it.
You would take it, absolutely.
Yes.
So then we'll move to the back end. Would you like to lead us off on the back end?
Well, I mean, how do you go wrong with PK Subban? I mean, he seemed pretty slam dunk in there. Myriad of controversies, and there were a number of nights where, you look at the game-winning goal for the other team and you point at him, but raised money for a kid's hospital or pledged to raise money for a kid's hospital, won a Norris trophy. I don't know what else you want out of a defenseman. Yeah. And he loved to be there.
He did. He was a wonderful Montreal Canadian. 6 seasons he was there, almost 300 points. He is a no-brainer. Then the only real quibble we have here is the next guy, and it's not much of a quibble.
No.
Out there, if you're a Canadiens fan, you have a second defenseman in your mind. It is Markov?
Yes, Andre Markov.
Andre Markov.
Yeah, has to be.
Yeah.
There's still rumors every now and then that pop up every couple months. Oh, he's coming back.
He wants to come back. He seems like he's angling.
Oh, that'd be so good if he has to come back with them.
Yeah.
He can't come back with anyone else.
There are some players, it's like Marleau was either done or he's a San Jose Shark this year. That's the same thing. But yes, Markov, 374 games, 209 points. The debate would be Shea Weber. Shea Weber's captain the Canadiens. He's fought 4 seasons this decade with them. Is that enough?
It's not a lot, and injuries throughout those seasons too. It's funny that you say Weber. My guy was Petrie, who I was wondering about. Just criminally underrated. That seems to be the theme.
Putting him in there above Andre Markov.
Yes, exactly. But just underrated. Maybe it's my Leafs bias. I'm just like, wow, a defenseman who can shoot right. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's allowed.
No, he's been a great player, but if we're doing the all-decade team, got to be Subban Markov. Hard to believe that they were both like a pairing for a time.
Yeah, and a pretty darn good one, you'd imagine. So then we joked off the top, the goaltending position.
Keith Kincaid.
Keith Kincaid is the guy for us both, and that is our final decision.
We're joking.
It's Price.
Charlie Lindgren.
So Price. Carey Price, I don't know if we want to even add on to that. Do we need to say anything about Carey Price?
Oh, geez, MVP, Vezina, basically stealing
Face
games.
Of the franchise over the last decade, so.
Yeah. So that was our all-decade team for the Bleu, Blanc et Rouge, the Montreal Canadiens. What is the comment section down below for?
It's for telling us how wrong we are about our picks.
Yes, so let us know what your all-decade team is for the Habs. And that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends that Justin is more right than I am.